Today, ang pag-aaralan po natin is the value of music as part of your children's education. Ang mga anak ko po are musicians. Now, I know na sa ibang bata, it's parang elective lang for others. But music is very important sa learning ng inyong mga anak. No? Marami pong nagagawa ang music for people. Hindi pa yata ako nakashare. No? Teka. Ito nakashare na ako. Yun. Okay. I will share lang po para before natin ibigay yung yan. There you go. Yan. Alright. So yun po yung topic natin. And we want to welcome everyone. So magandang hapon. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. And we are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you who have been with us for the past few weeks. Saka yung mga bago po, welcome din po. So, nandito po kayo sa Homeschoolers Roundtable, for short, HsRT. No? So, bakit po namin tinayo ito? Actually, si Chia, who's here today, is my partner for this program. No? HsRT or Homeschooling Roundtable was born out of a desire to help parents, teachers, students in making a homeschooling experience fun, also effective and life-changing through collaboration and building supportive community. Yun po yung reason why we put this up. No? Nandiyan din po yung isang partner namin, si Leia, no? Isa rin sa kasama namin. So of course, our technical, si Benji. No? Ito po ay free, no? We don't charge anything for this program. Gusto lang po namin makatulong. So now, we normally start with this. Kami po ay mayroong education nugget. No? Ang aking i-share po is about the quote of Julie Garwood. Sabi po ni Julie Garwood, siya po ay isang educator din. Sabi niya, education is not just feeding the brain. Art and music feed the heart and soul. So yun po yung sinabi niya. Si Julie Garwood po ay isang American writer at saka novelist po siya. Gumagawa siya ng mga books. No? 24 po yung naging bestseller na books niya. So, ano pong masasabi niyo dito sa quote na ito? Is it, ano ba ito? Kumbaga, totoo ito, no? Kumbaga parang if you look at it, hindi lang po tayo natututo sa ating kaisipan. Music actually we use music to express our love, our passion. Music can change a nation actually. We sing our national anthems and unite a nation. I remember there was a musician who played in a certain country, no? Naging team song ng country po yung, I forgot the name of the guy. Naging team song ng country yon. And for several years, 30 years, na-discover niya na yung song niya dun sa country na yon, nag-unite ng nation, binalikan niya yung nation niya, and he performs. Siguro research ko sa inyo, I forgot the name of the guy pero amazed na amazed siya, uminto na siya sa music, pero nakita niya yung music niya, it really changed and revolutionized the country. No? So we use music to encourage our lonely soul, we sing praise and worship to glorify our God and Creator. So yun po yung mga nagagawa ng music. No? And today we will see the value of music not only for us, but for our children. No? Okay, so meron lang po tayong konting house rule before we start. First, we have to mute your mic while in session. And pag meron po kayong comment, I want you to use the chat box lang to comment or ask questions. Sasagutin po yan ng ating guest panelist speaker for today. No? So, welcoming ko na po yung ating speaker. No, yan. Okay. Ito po, I'm really blessed and honored to introduce our guest speaker. Her name is Dr. Chambi Soriano. She is the Managing Director of Science Praise Music Inc. At saka yung Magnus Creative Music Inc. Mamaya i-share niya po yung kanyang, ano po yung organization niya, dalawa po yun. Maybe we'll ask her to share some bit of the kwento niya tungkol sa mga companies niya. Dr. Chambi finished both her bachelor's degree of science in business management and master's degree in Educational Administration at the Ateneo de Manila University. She took her doctorate in philosophy, major in educational leadership and management at De La Salle University. So on a personal note, she is married. No. On a personal note, she plays keyboard in a church, and she is faithfully serving a Christian church together with her husband, which I highly respect, si Pastor Ed. Anyway, without any further ado, and I am so excited to hear from her. No? I'm sure you also do. You're also excited, ha? So ito na po, Doktora Chambi. Doktora Chambi, yan. Doktora, you can now share your, teka ha. Share niyo na po yung slide niyo, but I'll make you pala, co-host, I forgot to do that, ha. Co-host na ba si Doktora? Baka hindi siya makashare. Yan. Alright. Sige. So I'll stop share na po, and then Doktora, you can start sharing your powers, your slide.
Yeah, I'm already starting to work on my... Okay, so good afternoon to everybody, and thank you to Brother Ronnie and Cha for inviting me to be a speaker today. Of course, ang advocacy natin is to help everyone appreciate music. So, companies. One company is 15 years old. It's Zion's Praise Music Incorporated. It is non-stock, non-profit. So, dito sa company na to, my children, 3 children are already with us. They are young adults already, so nakakatulong na rin namin because they're also into music. Although, none of them graduated ng music. And then, we have another company which is in partnership with RSL Awards sa UK. And that company naman offers music certification, international certification yan. So the goal lang naman namin in both companies is of course to advocate music education. It's really music education. Of course, we're also into events, but the focus po namin is our events that come as results of the programs namin in music education. So today, I know that there are parents and I know that there are also music educators listening today. And we hope that in the new normal, I'd be able to share with you insights as to how we could approach the new normal and prepare for it without compromising the advocacy for music or music education. The slides that I will share with you are slides that I have been using all throughout these years just to share with parents and also administrators in different schools. All the pictures in the slides are pictures of our program. So gusto ko lang makita ninyo na nothing is really impossible. So the topic is making a case for applied music education. Now, why applied music? Because all these years, I think marami sa atin nag-graduate ng music from grade 1 hanggang grade, 4th year high school yung tawag doon eh. Nag-music subject tayo, pero nung nag-graduate tayo, we barely were able to even, play a little music using instruments, right? Because mostly ang experience natin sa schools ay counting the notes, writing the numbers of the notes, listening to music, or maybe dancing with the music. This is not really the fault of the schools. It's mostly because of the limitations of a school. Kulang sa budget, sa instruments, kulang din sa teachers, kasi one teacher can be very good in 1 or 2 instruments, but not all. But when you say applied music, it's really music education na applied, ibig sabihin practical. Hindi siya binasa lang, hindi siya theoretical, but it's really making music. Now, this is one statement that is very common sa atin. Yan, gusto ko ng music pero ayaw ng music sa akin. Maraming parents, ganyan ang iniisip. Pag tinanong mo yung parents, sasabihin nila, ay, gusto ko ng music pero ayaw ng music sa akin. Tumanda yata tayo with this thinking. And the sad part is that a lot of the music educators also think this way. na parang pagkasintonado yung estudyante nila, sabi nila, parang hindi bagay sa'yo mag-music. Wag ka na lang mag-music, di ba? And we think that music is only for the gifted few. We also think na yung music are only for those who can really perform on stage nang hindi quote-unquote nakakahiya or embarrassing yung kanilang performance. Because what we think of music is, or music performance are based on, the celebrities or the concerts that we see. But music is something that is akin to our hearts. And music performance is something na we should never judge as how we judge music na dapat perfect, excellent. Music is supposed to be enjoyed by anyone. That's the reason why when there is karaoke, nag-aagawan ng mga tao ng mic, di ba? Pagka pinakanta mo, gusto nila makahit na 95 to 100. Pagka ganun na, ayaw nang bitawan yung mic. Because it's natural for us to really love and express ourselves through music. So one of the things na dapat natin talagang i-debunk are statements like this. Because what we want to say is that every child or every person can really make music. And this is the one that I'd like to promote. I'm starting with this because we cannot go into talking about music, whatever delivery it is, whether it's face-to-face in traditional way of teaching music, or even in the online platform. Kailangan yung perspective natin about music education, malinaw muna yan before we talk about, how you're gonna deliver the program. Every child can make music. Naniniwala tayo dyan. And we have proven that for many years. Even children with special needs can make music. And sometimes they can even make really very perfect music rather compared even to the normal. And many children, kung hindi man sila magaling kumanta, they would find at least one instrument that they'd be very good at. I mean, halimbawa, I've known some children who can really play the drums very well, pero hindi nila kayang kumanta. Pag pinakanta mo, sintonado. But I know of some people who can really sing very well, pero patugtugin mo ng gitara, like ako, hindi talaga ako matuto ng gitara. Napapakanta mo ko kahit papano, totono yung boses ko. Pero pag pinatugtog mo ako ng gitara, hindi talaga ako makakabuo. Kahit I think 3-4 na chords. There's something wrong with my hands. I don't know. But at least there's an instrument that will fit me. The problem is that we were not given that chance nung bata tayo to really choose an instrument we really like. The point is that ang music kasi, maraming pagkakamali ang parents dyan. Minsan, sasabihin nila, mag-piano ka na lang kasi piano yung instrumento sa bahay. Pero yung bata, ang gusto pala gitara. No? And my sister never flourished in piano because ang gusto niya violin. Ang nanay ko ayaw ng violin. So, hindi siya nag-music. So, there are cases like that na kaya lang hindi natututo yung bata because of certain, limitations sa pag-iisip. But always remember, if you have children, wala pa kayong anak, but if you have young children, or even us as adults, we can still learn music. The problem lang with adults is that we're busy. But if you have time and you want to practice, you can always make music. Now, let me go to the next. Okay. Ang National Association for Music Education in the US came out with the Child's Bill of Rights in Music in the 1950s. They came out with 2 clauses. So, please notice this is rights in music. Ibig sabihin, may karapatan ang bata mag-aral ng music. When they came out with this, 2 yung clauses niyan, but they expanded it in the 1990s to 7 clauses. And I just like to read the 4th clause. And if you're an educator or even a parent, listen to this. Sabi nila, as their right, all children must receive extensive opportunities, hindi opportunities. It says there, extensive opportunities to sing, to play at least one instrument, to compose, to improvise, and listen to music. But the reality is, most of the time, ang binibigay natin na experience sa music sa mga bata, especially in schools, are just listening to music or even opportunities to sing. But here, yung gitna, play at least one instrument, hindi pa yun. compose and improvise. Now, why are they saying this? Because they know music educators, the real music educators can really say, given the chance to train children, they can really compose music. They can really improvise. Kaya lang, the limitation there is we have been stuck with an old way of teaching music, and we think it's the best, and there's nothing more, wala nang way to improve on it. Then the next clause is this: as their right, all children must have the opportunity to grow music knowledge, skills, and appreciation so as to bring joy and satisfaction to their lives, to challenge their minds, stimulate their imaginations, and exalt their lives. I like this clause very much because it tells us not only yung musical benefits of learning a skill, but there's so many things that music does to our lives. When we make music, it helps us express ourselves. It actually makes us more intelligent, and that is research proven. Tapos through music, I know, the Yamaha School of Music system sa Japan can make children study from 4 years old, and by the time that they are 9 years old, they can already compose their own music. Ganun yung pag may sistema at may will yung music educator, kakayanin. And here it says, exalt their lives. Balik-balik ako. Okay, next. Number 2, I want, Howard Gardner is the proponent of musical intelligence. Of course, you hear this. Academicians know about the multiple intelligences. And out of the 8 multiple intelligences, 1 is musical intelligence. Basically, the concept is that everybody has those 8 intelligences, but in varying degrees. So, lahat tayo, may mathematical intelligence, may spatial intelligence, may naturalistic, may musical intelligence, but it comes in varying degrees. That means it can come in different forms. Some children can really read notes fast and play fast the classical way. Some children can just, cannot read, don't like to read, but they can play music because iisipin lang nila, konting-konting ka pa, and they are able to make music. Now, do you know, I think you know naman, many children nowadays can even make music with their laptops and tablets without even having an instrument in front of them. In short, intelligence in music can come in very different forms, and we as educators or as parents, we should acknowledge that there are many different paths to learning music. Ang importante, na-acknowledge natin yon. Kasi once a parent says, hindi, dapat ganito lang, dapat mag-aral ka muna ng nota kasi pag hindi ka nakakabasa ng nota, hindi ka makakatugtog. That's very wrong and that's very traditional. Hindi katulad ngayon in the first world countries, they are already accepting, even academically, formally, that what used to be considered as informal learning. For example, yung tumutugtog lang sa tabi, tumitingin ng chord chart, tapos maya-maya nakakabuo na ng kanta. It used to be considered informal. Hindi siya pa pwedeng dalhin sa eskwela as a way of teaching. Now, it is already considered as a valid way of teaching. In short, the perspectives have already changed. Next. Leave no child behind policy. This was promoted in the US before. In short, in all subjects yan. If we will apply it to music, that means we should give the opportunity for every child to be able to play music. We have thousands of children in our program, and we have proven time and time again that if a child is interested in something, 1, interested in the instrument, and 2, interested in the song, it's impossible na hindi matuto yung bata because yung interest niya mismo, yun yung kapital natin. Yun yung kapital natin para mag-aral siya. Therefore, if we bank on those, matututo talaga and there will be no child na hindi marunong tumugtog ng music. Creativity as a 21st century skill. We all know nowadays that creativity is now a byword, skill that is very much needed in the professional world. But you know, creativity is very much harnessed in the arts. Hindi lang music yan, in the performing arts, visual arts. In fact, there's already digital arts, making arts not through the hand, but through computers. Even sa music, ganun din. But creativity allows the humanity in us to be developed. And when we are honored in developing the creativity, even yung mga children, later on they bring it to their work and even to their lives. Hindi sila na kakahon sa thinking nila because they become resourceful. They become thinkers that anything is possible, no? So this one, if you use music, especially in improvisation, pagka ang bata natututo mag-improvise kahit pa kunti-kunti, that's harnessing creativity. Next, creation is the highest level in Bloom's taxonomy. Yung mga educators dito, like sina Ma'am Mary Ann, sina Sir Arnie, you understand Bloom's taxonomy. Na in education, kapag ka nagtuturo tayo sa mga parents po, please understand that we have a guide. It's a taxonomy. And the highest level sa guide ng pagtuturo, kasi yung pinaka-lowest niyan is knowledge. Parang you're just teaching out knowledge as knowledge. Pero the highest is creation. We want to produce children who are able to create, who are able to think out of the box, who can think very resourcefully, who can have critical thinking. Sabi nga nila, hindi na critical thinking, kundi creative thinking na. So, and the music and the arts are one of the best ways to develop this. Non-musical benefits of learning music. We parents and maybe even educators, para sa atin, we may not realize it, but when we teach children music, of course, the most obvious output is the sound itself and the technicality, no? Nakikita natin gumagaling sa pagtugtog, ganun. But the truth is, there are so many non-musical benefits of, music learning. For example, confidence. Confidence in themselves. We have experience ng isang bata, for the first time yan tutugtog on stage, nagdi-deal yan with anxiety and nervousness. But right after the first performance and napalakpakan siya, na-affirm siya, na-realize niya, ay, kaya ko pala. The very next time yan magpa-perform, there's more confidence. And we have observed that children who are given opportunities to perform and then were affirmed every now and then dun sa progress na nangyayari sa kanila, later on they become well developed in terms of confidence. Other things like tayo mga marunong tumugtog. Di ba pag kami sa uuwi tayo, ako nung araw, nung high school ako, I remember, pag stressed ako, pupunta lang ako dun sa piano o sa organ. Hindi ako because muscle memory tayo, di ba? Memorize na ng kamay mo paano tumugtog. Minsan tutugtog ka lang pero wala kang ginagawa. Wala kang naiisip. It's a form of relaxation. That's why there's already a course now na music therapy. And it's even a licensed course. Because music can be very therapeutical, not only for normal people, but even for sick people. So maraming non-musical benefits na hindi natin nakikita but happens in our bodies and in our spirits. Next, the Bible. Well, ang sabi ng Bible, from the lips of children and infants, God has ordained praise. And then meron din Bible verse which says, we praise God with different instruments, with the lyre, with the harp, with the tambourine, with the trumpet. Tayo as Christians, or regardless of our religious, our denominations, you will never find a church na hindi gumagamit ng music to praise the Lord or to praise God, no? It's very much in one way of, katulad ng sinasabi ni Brother Ronnie kanina, it's one way to unite a country, even sa church. In fact, there was many years back, nagtuturo ako sa isang church. And then, board members yung membro ko dun sa choir. Ang sabi nung isang board member, bakit pagka nagka-choir tayo, masaya tayo? Ba't pagka nagbo-board meeting tayo, nag-aaway tayo, mag-choir na lang tayo? But it's true, right? You know, when you sing together, it brings so much happiness. And then parang walang away nga naman. So, yun, choir na lang daw kami. Wag daw kami mag-board meeting. And then, so great men in history also say that music is important. So, for all of you parents who are, supporting music in the life of your child, I want to encourage you to continue. And then yung mga music educators, please know that you are doing a great job. Look, sabi ni Einstein, it occurred to me by intuition that music was the driving force behind that intuition. And my discovery was the result of musical perception. This, I think, perception is not the way that we think of how we use music as a background. For example, like ako, well, to be honest with you, pagka naghuhugas ako ng plato sa bahay, which is my favorite chore in the house, I really listen to music. Kasi paano ko siya, musical background, no? Naiiba yung na upbeat ka. But yung sinasabi ni Einstein dito, it's not that kind that he's using music just to, make him relax or inspire. This is truly something that is connected to spatial intelligence. When you say spatial, yung S-P-A-T-I-A-L, something that is connected to abstraction. And that's the reason, actually, he's a violinist and a pianist. And he's saying there's something with, kasi ang music, meron din science behind the sound eh. And I think he's one person who understands it. Well, I've been playing for many decades, but scientific intelligence is something not out of my, not within me. Pero it's Einstein who says that a lot of his discoveries are related to his musical perception. And then here is the Greek philosopher Plato. He says music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, and life to everything. I'll just run through these slides. Hans Christian Andersen, the great author, says, where words fail, music speaks, right? How many times, like ako, just to share my experience, nung operahan po ako, I think siguro 5 years ago, na operahan ako, and then I don't know how to pray. I just sang over and over again a Sunday school song na tutunan ko nung bata. And that simple Sunday school song really relaxed me, gave me assurance. It's not even the praise and worship songs na mahahaba eh. But there is something with music that really appeases. And when you hear music, actually, there's something that happens with our brain. May science talaga yung music sa brain natin. And then, this is one of the things na gusto ko, si Jeff Raskin. Si Jeff Raskin is the creator of Macintosh. Well, the younger ones among us may not know about Macintosh. Macintosh is the earlier edition of the MacBooks o yung Apple computers that we use today. And he is the creator of that. And this is what, he's a very great mathematician and engineer. And ang sabi niya, if I had not studied music, there would be no Macintosh computers today. And he's a mathematician. So I say to parents kasi sometimes they think, hindi, yung academic subjects lang yung important kasi yun yung aaralin nila sa college. Well, you see, when our children experience, halimbawa, adversities, no amount of knowledge will ever help them. It's mostly some things in their soul that will help them, such as music. In the case of Jeff Raskin, I think this is something like yung kay Einstein. It's a musical perception related to science. And I think in his case, it's a perception related to math. Next, ito si Bill Clinton. Sabi niya, I don't think I would have become president if it were not for my school music program. I believe that he is talking about confidence kasi he used to be a shy person. But you see, we have students na they never take voice course. Why? Kasi pag nag-recital, nakaharap daw sila sa tao. And they don't like to, face people and see the faces of, the audience. They're so afraid. But when it comes to instruments, minsan, they just like to be at the back. Diba merong mga ganon? Gusto kong tumugtog, pero gusto ko sa likod lang ako. I don't like to face people. But I really like to play. And confidence is one of the things that really help people build their personalities. Then later on, nagagamit yan sa professional lives nila. And ito naman si Mike Huckabee, he's talking about the importance of budgeting for music and art in schools. However, in the pandemic situation right now, I've talked to a lot of school administrators, and of course, we understand that they will diminish the subjects that are to be taught, and of course, music yung hindi importante, no? As far as they are concerned. That's why we applaud those schools who still keep the arts as part of their online set of subjects. Kasi ito yung sinasabi, the future economy is dependent upon a creative generation. And then there's Hillary, she's saying the same thing. Okay, let me now go quicker. Ito si Howard Gardner, the proponent of multiple intelligences, yung pala musician siya. Sabi niya, as a young person, I was a serious pianist. And then he said, many scientists believe if we can explain music, we may find the key for all human thought. Well, tayo mga musicians, ang tingin lang natin sa music ay nota and instruments. But the reality is, there's a really big science behind the sound. It's really, really big science behind it. Although tayo kasi, nakafocus lang tayo dito. But now they're finding out some things about what happens to the brain when somebody is trying to play music, and yun yung i-share ko later. This is one of the drawings that I got from the net, and it shows that this is one picture which says that when you are learning an instrument, you have all of your body, or all of your sensory facilities working together, left and right brain. Kasi pag nag-aral ka ng instrumento and when you read notes, the left brain is actually triggered. Kasi mag-iisip ka ano ba yung count na to, ano ba yung nota na to. It's logical. And then you need your motor senses, yung iyong kamay, minsan paa, to coordinate. So, yung body mo, nagko-coordinate din. Kasi what you see, kailangan coordinated sa kamay mo, sa paa mo, and even yung hearing mo. But also the right brain is triggered. Kasi when you play music, it's the heart and the affective part of us, no? Yung heart natin, we feel sad through music, we feel happy through music. It triggers us into different kinds of emotions, and that's the right brain. So they're saying that when you're learning music, a lot of your brain cell parts are really triggered. This is playing an instrument. This is not simply listening. This is playing an instrument. That's why they're saying, intelligent daw talaga yung mga nakakatugtog. Kasi nga, a lot of their brain parts are working. So ito yung the science behind the brain pagdating sa music. And this picture shows na when it comes to music, mas marami lighted parts. This is a very old research picture. I'm sure mas marami pa nowadays na which proves the science behind learning music. But ito, if I will, sum up everything, what are the effects of music sa mga bata or even sa atin? One, dun tayo sa right side. It teaches discipline and perseverance. In this day and age of computers, the truth is, kung pwede lang siguro kami mga musicians o music teachers, pwedeng may ikabit dun sa bata para mas mabilis sila tumugtog ng pag tinuruan namin sila. Wala eh. There's nothing we can do to make them, play faster or matuto faster. Still, it's muscle memory. It still requires the same amount of discipline before and even now. So when somebody is trying to learn piano before and even now, magpa-practice pa rin siya. And when you talk about practicing, you talk about time, talk about effort, talk about thinking, and perseverance. Kasi practice makes, perfect, yes, practice makes excellent. Kaya sa Korea, they prefer, if you notice, marami mga Koreano when they come to the Philippines, magaling sila tumugtog. Because sa Korea, I heard na kapag halimbawa may nag-aaral sila no, sa school, but after school, they can be picked up by buses or school bus papunta sa mga music school nila. So, uso sa kanila yung nag-aaral ng arts and music after school because they put a prime attention dun sa discipline that music develops in a person. And they also prioritize people in employment na may music background. Kasi definitely, kung nakakatugtog yan, may disiplina yan. Pangalawa, as I was saying, it can also relieve stress. It teaches teamwork and social skills. Now, this is very important. If you're an orchestra conductor, you cannot have a member in the orchestra na hindi marunong magbasa at hindi marunong tumiming. Correct? You can, the reason why an orchestra really sounds good is because everybody knows his or her part and they enter at specified times during a musical score. Hindi lang yon. They enter with certain dynamics. It's teamwork. Even if halimbawa may banda ka, yun lang sa church natin eh. Pag medyo yung singer pumasok ng nauna, alam ng lahat, even if you're not a musician, right? Nagkakamali. So, when it comes to music, anyone na nagtumutugtog together with a group of people will always learn how to wait, will always learn kailan ba ako dapat malakas, kailan ba ako dapat mahina. And when if you will ask very good groups, yung mga kilalang mga groups, they all know the professionalism of, studying their parts, making sure that the whole music, although maraming tumutugtog niyan, pero yung iba-iba yung parts nila, but their song is listened as one whole song and music. And it can only be done if people work with each other very well. And those are social skills na matututunan. And if you see a group of children playing on stage together, matutuwa ka pagka yung bata alam nila kung kailan sila papasok, di ba? So that's teamwork and social skills. It gives a sense of achievement and confidence. As I was saying, stage performance helps. And at the same time, it affirms them na meron silang talent. Well, it's just sad that people think na, ay, hindi ka magaling sa academics, sige, mag-arts ka na lang o kaya mag-sports ka na lang. That's not true. Hindi dapat ganon. Kung hindi, any child should be affirmed both in the academics and in the arts. So, music and even alam niyo yung mga children with special needs, sa experience namin, pag sila yung umakyat sa stage at nag-perform, actually sa kanila yung pinakamalakas na applause. I mean, yung mga tao moved sila because nabibigyan sila ng chance to shine. Of course, music helps to, it's a special way to worship God regardless of our religious denomination. It makes one smarter. There are already countless na mga research proving that music really helps in academic subjects or in the academic intelligence. So, I've already told you about how important music is. Yung kaya lang yan ang problema ng mga, minsan magulang, minsan mga music educators. Wala kaming wala kaming instrumento wala kaming ganyan kukwento ko lang po sa inyo. I came from a very ordinary family. Talagang hindi rin po graduate ang parents ko. Pero nung pinag-aral nila ako ng piano, then a few years, I think 12 years old noon Pinag-aral ako sa Yamaha. Pati yung kapatid ko, in-enroll. Umuwi na lang yung nanay ko, hindi nga kami tinanong, naka-enroll na kami. So, whether we like it or not, naka-enroll na kami. So, but there came a time na gumaling na po ako dahil yung nanay ko is a tiger mom. She's Chinese. So, hindi po pwedeng hindi ka mag-practice. So, practice ako, gumagaling ako. I remember, there was a time na lumalaban na po ako sa competition sa Yamaha when I was a teenager. And then, yung competition sa Yamaha needed an equipment or an organ or electron, tawagin na, mahal. I mean, para para ma-equip ako dun sa competition na yon, kailangan ang gamitin ko sa bahay ay isang mamahaling organ. And at that time, the model of the organ, I forgot the model, pero siguro mga 1980s yun, no? Yung worth ng organ at that time was already 85,000. Ang tatay ko, meron siyang nakatabing pera, pero yung pera na yon, pinagre-reserva niya, pampatayo ng bahay dun sa nabili niyang lupa. Pero nag-decide yung parents ko na wag na lang ibili yun ng bahay, ipambili na lang nila ng organ. So you can just imagine yung galit ng nanay ko pag hindi ako nagpa-practice kasi talagang sasabihin niya, kung wala yung organ, may bahay na tayo, kaya mag-practice ka. But I am saying this because I realize ngayong meron na akong pamilya na nagkaanak na ako, na ang laki pala na sa sakripisyo ng nanay at tatay ko para lang matuto ako. If I were in their position, most likely I will not do it. You know, yung ganong klase ng decision. But I guess I had parents who were really all out in supporting. Sometimes that's the problem with parents or households na you just say, hindi, practical, kailangan magastos yung music, hindi mo naman kailangan yan, ka na lang, YouTube ka na lang. So nauuwi ngayon na yung mga bata, hindi sila talaga nabibigyan ng pagkakataon. I think even with schools, the reality is that most schools will not buy too many instruments because music lang yan. It's just part of a consolidation of subjects. MAPE, out of 5 subjects, isa lang yung music. Tapos ang grade mo pa sa music, 20% lang out of 1 grade. No? So parang, ang liit lang ang contribution mo para ibili pa ng maraming instrumento. So what I'm saying is that the reason why not too many are able to play instruments is not because they can't play. It's because of the limitations we have put in ourselves na parang hindi importante siya. So the other question is, what if we really believe, and what if, just like my father and mother, they make things possible? So I'd like to now go, before I go to the other file, and also talk about online delivery. Online ngayon. Now, ito po kasi yung process how to develop a program for learning. Of course, there are objectives, there is content. Ano ba objective mo sa bata? Ano ba yung ituturo mo? Yan yung content. Paano mo ituturo? Yun yung delivery. And then how is the process of your delivery? And katulad ng sinasabi ni Ma'am Mary Ann kanina, how do you now assess that the child will learn? Yan po ang process. But when we now face the new norm, everybody is now asking. If in the ordinary subjects, they are saying, mahirap, paano palalo yung music? Paano? Walang instrumento, yung mga ganon. But I will tell you, pagdating dito, if you see this framework, the objective remains the same. Help children make music and teach music so that they can make music. Yun lang yun. The content can be changed because I'm saying content can be changed because there are now different ways of making music. The delivery will surely be changed because it's already online. The process will be changed. And even the types of assessment, kanina Ma'am Mary Ann was saying, hindi namin alam. Kasi nga, there is now a new paradigm na we are, strangers to. Hindi natin kabisado. And so we now, as music educators, kami, ang inisip namin, we now have to be creative enough to make sure that while there is no vaccine, music education can still happen without compromising the quality of education, right? And we have to convince parents in the way that we deliver it online that it can still work. Kasi there's also doubt on the thinking of parents that online delivery cannot work. But we have to help them. If we believe in it and we think it's possible, we have to convince them that it can be possible. So now let me go to dun sa other slide. Please just just okay. Can you see po yung what's better than online games?
Yes, yes. See.
Okay. So I'd like to share with you on our side, we are um, we are a group of educators, music educators. Now we partner with schools, and then wala kaming recourse but to change online also. But since no March up to I think this month, we started a series of developments na dati ko pa actually naiisip. Many years back when we were already developing books and curriculum, nagsabi na ako dun sa team na I want videos to be accompanying the books. Actually, we made the videos and audio tracks. Yung audio tracks, yung mga pinapakinggan po na kasabay na tutugtugan ng mga bata, backing tracks. However, when we put them all these digital materials online, not so many parents and even the children or even the teachers were taking advantage of it. I think the reason why is that because, the physical, normal, traditional way of teaching is still working. So why would we go online kahit andyan yung mga videos and available? The reason ko naman before is that the teacher cannot be with you always. But videos, you can always see it every time. So noon pa man, meron na kaming ganong program. But right now, we now need to shift to this online program. Wala kaming magagawa kasi ito na yung new norm. But in this major shift, we discovered a lot of things. And ito yung gusto ko encourage even for parents, even for music educators, and those who are here with us. Number one, children, they spend a lot of time on online games, right? And whether you teach them or not, they will find a way, they will, one way or another, they will know how to play online games. And when they're playing online games, they're stuck with it. And that's one big problem of parents, na stuck yung mga bata because online games are created to be addictive. I've talked to one pastor who's games na creator sila ng games. Talagang kini-create yung games na to be addictive. So what we want to say is that if we develop programs that are online music learning, this can be one way to, lalo na yung mga bata nasa bahay lang, na maybe instead of doing online games after they're studying, maybe they can shift to music and learn a skill and get all the benefits of music rather than just sticking their eyes on online games, right? So we can tell parents na, instead of make them learn an instrument. Now, what's better than watching movies is also the same because it's passive. It's a passive activity. When they watch anything online, whether it's YouTube or a movie, it's really passive. But when they learn music, it helps develop creativity and whole brain thinking, as I explained. Next, a lot of the parents are saying, wala kami instrumento eh. Paano yan? Paano yan? Wala na nga kami pera, wala kami work. Paano yan? So we are now offering, sa amin to, we discovered that we can offer music production. Music production is a course, hindi namin course yan before. Pero now, I think the music educators can look at this. It's just simply learning to make music using a software, a free software, and a laptop. For example, if you have a laptop or a tablet or a smartphone, and you have GarageBand, or maybe yung Band Lab, you can start making music. So we've seen na, pwede pala. We can start the children, teaching them as young as grade 4, na mayroong music production na paunti-unti matututo sila on a progressive manner. So may paraan, diba? May paraan. And then ito. So may mga parents or sabi, hindi ko matuturuan yung anak ko ng music. Wala akong alam sa music. Paano ko sila tuturuan? So we're saying na if music teachers can provide video lessons, actually the video lessons can be helpful because if I'm a child, I will just play it and then I will see the video that's really nice and maayos yung pagkakagawa. It's very self-instructional. And at the same time, if I'm a parent, actually pwede ako matuto sabay ng bata eh. I mean, it's true one of our, meron ako nakita mga guitar exercises ng team namin. Nakita ko, oo nga naman, if you're a father, you come home and your child is playing a guitar exercise, actually, just by watching, matututo ka. So, it can be one way of bonding with your child, no? Kasi may videos to watch naman. And then, so what we want to do, if you're a music educator, create videos that are easy to watch, easy to play, friendly. Kasi we don't like videos na hindi naman talaga helpful. Yung parang kinuhanan mo lang, but sa totoo, hindi siya helpful. So we have to make it really informative, professional looking, and then easy to watch, easy to play. We can also, halimbawa, this one, maraming parent nagsabi, okay, I like to go online learning for music. And then the teacher says, okay. But it's not simply shifting ng face-to-face. Then, okay, we not just have now the screen and then we teach each other through video call. Hindi ganun yun. Maraming parents still have, and maybe teachers, no, you have connectivity problems and unstable connection. And sometimes one of the problems even ngayon, all throughout schools and reklamo ng parents, we can't be online all time, no? I only have data and I bring my cell phone to work and my child doesn't have anything at all if you want me to be online. That's why they're saying, iba ang distance learning, iba ang online learning. When you say distance, you can still provide materials na download na offline. They can learn them offline rather than online. So, we can actually provide materials na pwede nang ma-study ng mga bata offline, although they were gotten online. So, we have to find ways na hindi sila laging naka-online kasi yun nga yung problem ng mga parents nowadays. Music can be a break from academic work. If we have our children to study only academics and then there's nothing to develop, their humanity, their spirit, the arts are a very good partner. In fact, there's one administrator who shared to me, sabi niya, alam mo, Chambi, I look at all the major subjects as far as the living organs inside a man's body. Lahat ng mga parte inside, yan yung even the skeleton, the basic structure, yung everything that's functioning inside, yan yung mga major subjects. But when we talk about the arts, sabi niya, yan yung skin ng tao, yan yung face, yan yung nakikitang maganda. So aesthetically, yun yung sinasabi na, that the academics, the major subjects, and even the arts can be a very good partner in honing the wholeness of a child. Hindi lang yung pagiging structured, but also yung pagiging free and creative. So here it says, music can be a fun and productive stress reliever to your child's daily routine at home. Ito pa, is face-to-face better in learning music? Well, yes, it can be better in some ways. But online music can also be good because learning videos can be watched over and over again. Halimbawa, if I'm a teacher and I have only 1 hour and then I have so many students and then I gave a demonstration of 5-10 minutes, hindi naman siya naka-video. One child who is very, very forgetful will never even realize how you demonstrated it. And when the parent asked at home, ano natutunan mo sa teacher? And then sasabihin, magkikipit-balikat lang yung bata. Pero actually, nagturo ka. Demonstrate mo pa. Pero sabihin, hindi naalala ng bata. So, magkikibit-balikat siya. Wala kang natutunan sa music ngayon? Sabihin ng bata, well, di ko po naintindihan eh. So, katapos-tapusan tayo may kasalanan. I'm saying that from experience, no? But if we have videos that they can bring home, parents can see the videos, they can follow the videos, then learning can be more nako-continue, mas sustainable yung learning because what they learn online, they can bring it at home and even parents can support the child. Sabihin niya, anak, parang nakita ko doon sa video, dapat ganito yung pagtugtog, diba? Kasi alam ng parent how to support and alam ng parent the proper way of performing music. Sabi rito, my child won't even follow me as a teacher at home. we cannot expect parents. Naka-experience na ako na medyo ng mga napaparanoid ng mga parents na who's saying, I don't know how to teach music to my child at home, so you have to make sure that kasi na-stress yung mga parents, especially trad school parents, na if they will now become like homeschooling parents, magtuturo sila, mag-tutor sila, which used to be the work of teachers before. So, na-stress sila. And tapos, diba, alam nyo naman from experience, yung mga parents, mas less patient kaya sila sa pagtuturo, diba? So, it becomes a stressful situation at home. And then, parent gets frustrated. But we want to produce materials na hanggat maaari, child-friendly, para minimal supervision ng parent, para hindi na-stress yung parent. Kasi if we are diligent enough to produce materials na hindi napaproblemahin ng mga parents, edi nakakatulong tayo sa parents na pag sinabi ng anak, mag-aaral ako ng music, sabihin ng parent, okay, no problem. You can do it on your own, diba? Pag sinabi ng child na math, wala na. Kahit ako noon, na-stress ako pag math. No? And then, well, yan yung namin. So I guess that's it. I want to stop my sharing and open my cam. Ayan. So I hope I was able to share with you a lot of things about online. Just to wrap up what I said, no? The new norm requires us to really think out of the box. Hindi lang out of the box. To really go back and research how we can make online learning possible. Because it's a different, if we're talking only of a few months na mag-online yung mga bata, even up to December, okay lang yun. Maybe we can compensate ourselves, say, in the January face-to-face na rin naman eh. But now, the government has said, until a vaccine arrives, we will remain online. That means it's a long way to go. That means up to next year pa. So what do? We have to research. We have to be open-minded. We have to go back to basics. How can we make things happen? And maybe there are certain things that are new. For example, last kwento ko lang, no? When we went to China, I think 2 years ago, you wouldn't believe. I don't know if you know about yung synesthesia, yung piano, the way that piano learning, nakakatugtog yung bata just by looking at the screen and there are falling tiles, yung iba-ibang tiles. Yung kada isang tile, katapat ng isang, I think meron din nun sa drums, ganon. And sa mga gaming places, meron nun sa drums, meron din nun sa piano. When we went to China, there's a piano there which really looks like the normal piano, but the entire board, yung pinaka-piano board, was an entire LED screen. And the LED screen, just meron lang siya falling mga tiles for a specific song. And meron nagde-demonstrate. And you wouldn't believe, may mga bata who really learns to play music using that. Sa Japan, well dito, if you've seen keyboards na may lighted keys, na nakakita na kayong lighted keys, diba? Susundan lang nila yung ilaw. Tayo mga teachers, galit tayo kasi hindi dapat ganyan matuto yung bata, correct? Kasi natuto tayo na, hindi dapat nota muna, ganyan. But we can never invalidate that children are really learning that way and they're enjoying it. Meron kami mga estudyante na marunong sila magnota, pero sobra silang enjoy looking at the tiles. Ako, I don't think I will ever learn it that way. But you see, the point that if they can make music through that, or even making music with a laptop, my son, even I think yung mga anak ni Brother Ron, he can make music with a laptop. Ako, I don't think I can ever do it. But we have to be open to these new ways. And we cannot stop, we cannot limit the children by limiting we cannot limit the children with the limitations that we have. So, yun yung gusto kong, it's actually exciting. The new norm is exciting pagdating sa music education. Because for me, like, parang the other day, last week lang sinabi ko dun sa team, kasi we're teaching in schools. Okay ako dun sa delivery format, academic, hindi natin kino-compromise. We have the videos, all the learning materials. But sabi ko, but you know, children are at home and wala silang way to socialize, right? So why don't we sprinkle our program with a few games that we can, you know, pagtingin na dun sa ano nila, may konting games that we can do online. Do you know that my son had a kapitbahay na nagpaturo dito sa amin? So, nahiya naman ako. Sabi ko doon sa anak ko, turuan mo nga kasi gusto talaga matuto ng bata. Bata pa talaga. Pero yung anak ko, meron siyang ginamit na app, note reading na app yata to, pero gitara rin. So, it's theoretically sound. Pero so every morning before they start, binibigyan niya ng activity using a cellphone, tapos meron ano. So, may game siya. Pero nakita ko yung bata, it's one way na parang, it's something na very close sa kanila. You know, the digital way or even cell phones are very close to the hearts of the children. It's not even like us, tayo nga parang inaaral pa natin. But yung mga bata, pag humawak sila ng cellphone, mas sila pa yung tatanungin mo, right? So in short, it's very exciting kasi we are now forced to, you know, check on some other ways na hindi natin pinapansin before. Pero actually, pwede rin tayo mag-enjoy. So I think that's it. I hope I'm able to share with you that the love for music will really drive us to making music education work even in the new norm. Even if bumalik tayo na may vaccine now, we can still teach music online. Because whether it's face-to-face or online, the important thing is we're able to deliver the content, we're able to make it effective. So yun po. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doktora. Actually, ang dami kong na-pick up kanina sa senior nyo. No? Siguro, you may enter your question dyan sa chat box. Pero before mamaya basahin ko yung question nyo. Pero gusto ko lang i-share yung binanggit ni Doktora Chambi kanina na yung about taxonomy, no, yung highest, yung creativity, no. Kumbaga hindi lang sila kumbaga yung pag-create ng music is something na the highest level, ano. And second, meron pa rin siyang binanggit na yung confidence, ano. Grabe yung anak ko when they started music, mga bata pa sila. Nahiya sila nung the first first time nilang nag-perform public. By the way, para malaman lang ng iba na yung anak ko kasi are all scholars in the university, pero mga music scholar, academic scholar sila, sa Lasal, yung dalawa, isa sa Mint, pero sila ay mga musicians, no? And they took music talaga as a career, no? Sila, magkakasama sila sa band. So yung isang totoo yung sinabi ni Doktora na yung confidence na sinasabi niya, saka yung creativity, parang it helped them din sa kanilang pag-aaral sa college, no? And ako I really I really like music kasi ako I play the guitar pero hindi naman ako parang ko lang yan pagka gusto ko mawala sa konting stress, nag-play lang ako ng guitar, then I take my time off, I'll play the guitar and it helped. Pagka nag-aaral ako, ginagawa ko, nakikinig ako ng music for study. Meron palang gano'n, music for study. So papakinggan ko yun, parang ewan ko ba, hindi ko lang alam kung totoo yung para sa akin yung matalino pag mahilig sa music. So, anyway, yung mga anak ko siguro is a testimonial for me na kasi ako, sabi nga ni Doktora, minsan ayaw nating ibigay sa anak yung gusto nila. Kasi nga, takot tayo na baka hindi sila mag-succeed dahil ang music parang secondary lang or ilang percent nga lang ng education yung binanggit ni Doktora Chambi, di ba? Parang maliit na parte lang yun ng ating education, parang gano'n. Pero I tell you, yung mga anak ko hanggang ngayon, like itong COVID na to, alam niyo ba, anak ko nag-aral lang online saxophone. Grabe. Kumbaga, dati natuto siya, pero ngayon sabi niya pa, nag-enroll siya online, tapos tinapos niya yung course ng he plays better nga ngayon, sabi niya, papakinggan mo itong mga Kenny G na. Sabi ko, wow, ibang klase ka na. So, anyway, sagutin po natin lang yung mga konting tanong. Ito po para we still have time. Ito pa, Doktora, ang tanong, any suggestions for synchronous and asynchronous activity? I'm not sure what ibig sabihin.
I will explain po. Ang asynchronous po are activities that are not live. Ibig sabihin, paano ba explain? Hindi siya live. Compared, it's offline. Whereas, pagka synchronous, live, for example, nag-video call kami nung teacher, live class, that's Synchronous, parehas yung time, real
Okay.
time. But when you say asynchronous, I have, most of the schools have learning management systems na may classroom, online classroom. Students enter the classroom and then they check already their work there without the teacher na nandoon. Kasi andun na yung instruction. So
Okay.
asynchronous, no? Well, pagdating sa asynchronous, you can always use pre-recorded videos. You can always use instructions. Make sure that your instructions are child-friendly. So, if you give instructions to grade 1, hanggat maaari, simple lang yung instruction. And then, always make sure it's age-appropriate. Even the language that you use. Of course, we understand naman what they can do and can understand at their level. Pangalawa, prepare videos that are really easy to follow. It should be interesting enough for high school. You cannot give videos that are not interesting for high school. Hindi nila papansinin. But you cannot also give complex to the children. One of the challenges that we have ay yung preschool. No? Kasi may mga partner schools kami na preschool. Paano mo tuturuan na online yung mga preschool? So yung team namin na nagde-develop for 4-year-olds, 5 years old, 6 years old, plus walang instrument yung mga teachers sa bahay, yung mga parents sa bahay. So yung team namin, we tried, meron silang ginawa in such a way that they were able to have instruments na virtual. So please search for virtual instruments that are child-friendly. Like ako, I have in my phone a small keyboard na actually pwede siya pambata. There are, in short, check on virtual instruments that are age-appropriate. Yan ang pwede nyo ilagay sa asynchronous. Of course, pagdating sa synchronous, yung live, yan yung usual na pwede mong ginawa. Paano kayo na face-to-face live? Kaya lang, what's important is that you also make the children prepare for the live. Tayo kasi mga music teachers, pag nag-one-to-one teaching tayo sa mga bata, usually, hinahayaan natin yung bata mag-practice sa harapan natin, no? But I really believe in developing student independence. I also believe in, making them responsible for their learning. Dapat facilitator po tayo, hindi tayo parang, tayo ay sage on the stage. You understand that? Dapat naiintindihan nila that they have responsibility, that when they come to the synchronous class, prepare din sila. I'm talking of applied. So it's now a matter of making sure if you have homeworks, dapat nakalagay din yun because the homeworks natin sa regular classroom, dapat meron din silang mga homework or assignments during sa LMS or learning management system natin in the school. If you will use Google Classroom also allows rubrics. So, ang maganda lang sa Google Classroom, meron siyang rubrics na rin. So maybe, you can try to discover what Google Classroom can do because it's one of the most professional and free na learning management system. Kasi ang problem natin is that we cannot have ang problem talaga is connection. You will definitely have parents saying, nawawala yung signal sa amin eh. Hindi kami pwede lagi dyan eh. Paano yun pagka wala kayong videos and you just rely on synchronous o yung live classes. Pag wala na yung live class nyo and wala silang panghahawakang materials offline, wala na rin yung learning. So the basic question is, how do we ensure learning? That's a basic, alam nyo, if you know yung PLC, yung Professional Learning Community question, how do we ensure learning? So yung question na ngayon, how do we ensure learning in an online delivery platform? So yun po, I hope I was able to
Tama. Doktora, maganda yung bilanggit mo na na hindi laging yung kumbaga, you let your children know by themselves, parang magkaroon sila ng parang initiative to learn, Hindi lang yung laging sinusupervise. Kasi I remember yung anak ko kasi, since nung hinomeschool sila ng wife ko, hindi yan laging nakatutok si wife. Ang ginagawa niya, music lahat and everything. Sasabihin ng wife ko, gawin mo to, magtugtog ka. Pero yung wife ko nagluluto yun. Hindi niya, tapos yung assignment tapos na. You know what's the result, doktora? Ito talaga amazing, Kasi pumasok sila college na. my wife homeschooled them from grade school to high school. Ano? Pagpasok nila ng college, sabi sa akin ng anak ko, bakit ganun yung mga classmate ko? Binigyan ng instruction ng teacher, hindi masunod. Anong nang tanong, hindi alam mong gagawin. Pero siya daw, pag-pick up niya, because he was homeschooled, learn how to do by themselves. No? Regardless if it's music, academic. Madali sa kanya. Submit ka agad, kung walang problema, sanay na sanay siya sa ganun. So that's what I na-pick up ko dun sa binanggit ni Doktora na kahit music, huwag yung gawing synchronous lagi. Let them learn by themselves, observe mo lang, i-facilitate mo lang yung dapat nilang matutunan. And yun yung I really learned a lot today. Naku, medyo wala na po tayong time. Ito po, meron pang, magpapa-thank you lang si Kim Basa. Thank you, Dr. Chambi. We learned a lot from you and can I have access on age-appropriate music lesson? Don't worry po. Siguro we will have, imbitahan pa uli natin si Doktora kung paunlakan niya tayo for a deep dive, no? Later on, siguro pagka soon, siguro pag marami pa po kasi tayong program. Now, ang gagawin po natin, no? For now, siguro ang gusto ko lang tanongin kay Doktora Chambi, for last, bigyan ko siya ng konting time, no? Kasi merong school si Doktora Chambi that you might be interested to enroll, ano? Nagtuturo po yung mga teacher niya. At saka ako, so nakita niyo naman kung gaano, kasi hindi lang kailangan mo rin pa rin maging learn teacher, no? Hindi lang basta na magtayo ka ng school na, basta, sige, tayo tayong school, marunong ako tumugtog. It's not that, eh. Kailangan meron ka rin palagang sequence of yung parang science of how to teach it din, eh. Importante din po yun. No? So maybe for the last, wala na namang question, I think. So, Doktora, your last words, share mo naman yung yung school mo and invite them to maybe. By the way, ipopost po namin sa Facebook namin na itong mga yung contact kay Dr. Chambi para makuha ninyo. And we'll try to naka-record po itong na ito sa YouTube, pwede po natin panoodin of course with the permission of Dr. Chambi. Go ahead, Doktora, for your last.
Okay, thank you po. If it's all right with you, I can share a video, no? I just, nagkataon lang na the video is open now, but I can share with you the video of what we do. And for those music educators here, makakapulot kayo of ideas what we are trying to do. Because ang importante ngayon, I'm sure there will be a lot of homeschoolers who will contact you for homeschooling sessions. What's important is that you have a system. So a system is very important. Kailangan po matyaga po kayo gumawa ng sistema and to make sure that your system is working. So
Doktora, maybe you can share the links sa chat. So they can play it in their own na lang sa
okay. So yeah, that's right.
Yeah, dun sa everyone.
Yes po.
Copy the link na lang. And we can also post it sa ating Facebook para yung mga
ganun na lang po. Share na lang po sa Facebook. So for my last words, we have to be excited for the new norm. Anything that is a big change has its birth pains. So let's just endure the birth pains. But in praying to God, He will always give you the wisdom how to go through it. We always pray for wisdom. And yan ang never niyang i-deny sa atin. So if we pray, we research, we do, we exercise due diligence, I'm sure you'll be able to develop systems for your homeschooling children and even for the music educators here, how to make your children still play music even while just at home. So yun po, and thank you for this opportunity to share. God bless you all.
Thank you.